Being second for an American is not really accepted in America. You know, a lot of people say I'm hard on myself because of what I've accomplished. A lot of people haven't. Second fastest man in history. But to me, I want to be number one, you know, regardless of what I've accomplished in my past. And, you know, when you're trying to walk in the steps of Jesse Owens, Carl Lewis, Maurice Green, you want to be number one and give it your best. That's just me. You know, I want to be the best.
När Tyson Gay sprang in som tvåa i Berlin-VM 2009 gjorde han det som världens näst snabbaste man genom tiderna. Sen dess har jakten på Usain Bolts 9,58 varit hans huvudfokus. Ett omöjligt världsrekord att slå hävdar vissa, men inte Gay som vet att han har farten i sig. Bara förutsättningarna är de rätta.
I think I can run a lot faster, you know, based on conditions. I think it's all about conditions with me and staying healthy, not about if I can run fast or not. Last year I would have PR'd if I would have had the right conditions, the right stadium, the right wind, things like that.
How frustrating is that?
It's pretty frustrating because a lot of people know I work hard, you know, so I'm learning now to listen to my body and not push it so hard and practice and just, you know, try to stay healthy.
Det går inte annat än att imponeras över hur jordnära och timid Tyson Gay är som människa. Han berättar att uppmärksamheten som ökat i takt med hans snabbhet ute på banan är ett nödvändigt ont. För Tyson handlar om att bibehålla fokus och inte låta framgångarna stiga honom åt huvudet.
I'm the same person in a sense, being humble and things like that, but what I say I have changed, yeah. I've changed a couple different ways of maturity. I've changed my goals financially, you know, being able to help myself, being able to save money for my daughter to go to college and things like that. So I would say I've changed in a good way. Just because you're doing something this year doesn't mean you're going to have the same success next year. You know, I mean, at one time Maurice Green was on top, and then Asafa Powell was on top, and then I was on top, and then Usain Bolt came out of nowhere. So you have to understand that you can't take nothing for granted.
Medan Tyson Gay laddar inför den kommande säsongen i lugn och ro här på hemmaplan i Florida kan man konstatera att det var aningen mer kalabalik när Usain Bolt årsdebuterade i torsdags.
Tyson Gay is definitely one of those sprinters that never gives up. He's really determined and he's really focused on what he wants. I would say he's a complete athlete. So.
Men det är varandras ytterligheter, den ena i en tillbakadragen roll, den andra som älskar rampljuset. Senast de båda sprintgiganterna möttes var på DN-galan i fjol. Då vann Tyson Gay och frågan är vad den förlusten har betytt för världens snabbaste på 100 och 200 meter.
Absolutely nothing. You lose some, you win some. Last season wasn't my best season. This season now is back to business, so I'm really focused and ready now, and I'm going out there to just prove to the world that I'm still the best and just to stay focused and work hard.
Och visst gjorde han det. Usain Bolt bidrog till den här stämningen inne på Olympiastadion här i Rom. Publiken fick precis det de kom hit för, nämligen att se Bolt vinna.
No, this is easy now. I got through the first race. That was always my problem, getting through the first race, know where I am. I know I'm in good shape because after I finished running, I feel like I could run one more. So I know it was just nerves, and I got over the nerves now. I'm just ready to go again.
It's pretty obvious to all of us that you like being in the spotlight, but how do you experience this whole thing? Everything is so crazy around you all the time.
Well, for me, I do enjoy it at times. I would say it's fun. I like to mess around. That's just my personality. But for me, it's okay because before all of this came, my coach, we had this conversation, sat me down and said, if you start running really fast, the media will come and all your privacy is gone.
You good? Yeah, I'm straight. I'm not really a pretty boy, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I like to look rough and rugged sometimes just cause, but Like if I'm going somewhere competing, you know what I'm saying, I like to clean up a little bit.
You know, they told me he ran, but I didn't think too much of it. And then it wasn't until I guess the last Olympics when I really just noticed, oh, it's serious, you know. And then I started looking into his bio and whatnot, and I was like, because you know, this is how he is, you know. Regardless if the camera's there or not, he's quiet. He don't say too much. He's humble.
And a lot of people who want that attention, you know, I believe they want it just because. They want it because it looks good on television. But a lot of people aren't willing to put in the work when the camera's off. You know what I'm saying? The hard work in the morning, getting up in the morning, the eating, the lifting, the studying, being mentally prepared before your race. A lot of people.
What is that?
That's an alligator. That's the noise that they make. But a lot of people aren't willing to understand the work you have to put in. You know, they want the camera time and all of that. You know, but it doesn't really matter to me.
In the future, how do you want people to remember Tyson Gay?
I want to be remembered as a hard worker, someone who gave it his best. You know, I mean, 99%, 100% of the time when I step on the line. I mean, if you watch my races, I'm always fighting. I'm always fighting to win. I'm always trying to run fast. I'm always trying to reach my full potential. I want people to remember that I never took a race like it was nothing. You know, I run every race almost like it's my last. I want to run all my races. It's nothing that replaces the feeling of victory. So regardless if Usain Bolt's in a race or anyone, you know, I want to be victorious.